Thunder cracks over Mbale, sky split open. Lightning struck near the old baobab. The drums stopped. Even the wind held its breath. Something was coming. Mama Tenda walks through the rain alone. She walked fast. Her steps slapped the mud. Rain soaked her cloth, but she didn't stop. A baby cried in the distance. She didn't turn. She walked like fire with legs. She stole my husband. Mama Tenda says the hut door flew open. Smoke curled from a corner pot. She didn't wait. She stole my husband. The calabash rattled on the wall. I want her to feel what I feel. The healer does not blink, his hands moved slow through smoke. Do you want revenge or justice? She didn't speak, but her eyes burned through the room. The pot hissed. The village whispers of Zuri. The snake girl by the well. 2 women whispered. She's not from here. She dances like a snake. Her words smell sweet. Their eyes widened as Mama Tenda passed. They hid their mouths, but not their fear. 3 nights. No husband. No word. The mat beside her stayed cold. She counted stars. The knife in her lap stayed sharp. She wasn't going to use it, only think with it. The rooster cried. He didn't come home. She took him with spices and smiles. A voice from behind the fence. I saw them. Her skirt was red. She fed him stew and laughter. The voice faded. Mama Tenda held the fence tight. It creaked. Mama Tenda does not cry. She pounded yam like it owed her something. At the market, she said nothing. No greetings, no bargains. The women stepped back. Even the gossip paused. No tears, no begging. Only a plan. She lit no fire that night. She sat on her mat, laid 3 cowrie shells in a row. She stared at them. Let me show her, she whispered. The shells glowed in the dark. In Mbale, when a wife speaks in anger, the goats hid under the bench. The wind stopped teasing the trees. Even the gods leaned closer, because in Mbale, when a wife gets quiet, the ground waits. But when she speaks with fire in her mouth, someone always burns. Mama Tenda, the woman, even thieves. Foray thief once snatched a yam at the market. He ran. She looked at him. His legs froze. The yam rolled back to her feet. Don't play with her, the elders say. Even the wind asks her permission. Zuri, the girl who laughs at wives, she tossed her braids like rope in a storm. If your husband strayed, maybe it's your fault. Her lips curled. The young girls laughed. The older ones clenched their teeth and walked away. She's just a girl, one whispered. She's a snake, said another. Bwana Kofi forgets his vows. He left his home with the drum, came back with perfume that didn't belong. She makes me feel young, he told his friend. He laughed, but his footsteps no longer led him home. Enzi Jabari warns with a calm voice. Anger makes fire, he said, but fire also cooks food. What will you use yours for? She said nothing, but her hands stopped shaking, and her eyes stopped blinking. A trader woman with eyes like knives, a cloth no one knew wrapped her face. She carried a basket of spices and pots. Good trade, she said, stepping into the hut. The girl smiled wide. The trader's eyes stayed sharp. Zuri brags to a stranger who knows her well. She's weak, the girl said. She cries while I dance. She sliced mango with pride. I didn't take him. I pulled him like ripe fruit. The trader's head nodded slow, but inside, thunder counted its fingers. 7. Mama Tenda picks leaves. Only the spirits know. She walked barefoot into the trees. Leaves whispered. Roots moved. She bent down and touched the soil. The spirits turned to listen. The spirits listened to a wife's rage. Smoke climbed from a wooden bowl. 3 cowrie shells fell. One rolled away. Mirror her pride, she said. Let her eat the fruit she served me. The shells stopped spinning. The bowl stopped smoking. The mirror lesson begins in silence. No blood, no scream, just silence, just balance. What the girl laughed at, she would live, not cursed, only shown. Zuri wakes up alone in a cold hut. The mat beside her is empty. The coals are cold. She stretches her hand to the other side. Nothing. He must be late. But the silence wraps her like a wet cloth. No footsteps, no smell of firewood, only stillness. Her ugali burns every time she stirs the pot. Smoke rises. She adds water. It still burns. She curses under her breath. The flies come anyway. She throws the spoon across the room. Villagers pass like she's air. She steps outside. She waves. Number 1 waves back. Mama Chipo looks through her. The children laugh, but not with her hat. They run away when she walks close. Even her perfume smells like smoke. She opens her best calabash. The scent curls her nose. This can't be mine. She rubs it on her neck. The smell grows worse. She tosses it out the window. Bwana Kofi walks right past her. She sees him by the stream. Kofi, he pauses, looks once, turns his head, walks faster. His friend mutters, "The curse is following you." "What curse is this?" Zuri cries to herself. She grabs the mirror. Cracked, she stares. Her cheeks sag, her lips dry, her eyes don't sparkle. Did she do this? That old cow. The Kalv healer laughs, but doesn't help. She throws cowries on the mat. He doesn't look. "You played with fire," he says. "Now it wants to dance. I need a cure." Not every sickness is of the body. The spirits took the pain, not the name across the forest. A wind moves slow. The pain wasn't named. The pain was released. But pain knows who laughed. Pain finds those who mocked it. And pain never forgets a face. Zuri pleads at the shrine. No one answers. She lays coins. They roll away. She drops feathers. The wind takes them. She kneels. "I didn't mean it. I didn't know." Nothing moves. Not even the smoke. Bwana Kofi refuses to touch her. She grabs his arm. He pulls away. "You brought shame," he says. "Since I met you, nothing grows. My drum is cracked. My goats refuse water." He turns his back. Mama Tenda sends out invitations. The drum beats. "Forgiveness feast," it calls. Names fly from hut to hut. Every door gets a whisper. Every elder nods. But one name is never spoken. Zuri hears the drum and burns inside. She sits alone. Her calabash is dry. Her pot is cold. She hears singing in the distance. She's celebrating. She's laughing at me. Zuri crashes the feast in fury. The drums stop. The crowd turns, barefoot hair, wild, eyes burning. "You cursed me. You turned the village against me." She points a shaking hand. "You made me nothing." The market square grows silent. Children freeze mid-laugh. The goats stop chewing. The wind holds its breath. Eyes swing from basket to shouting, from gossip to stillness. All heads turn. The women step back. The men step aside, to stand in the center fire and storm. Zuri points and shouts, "You cursed me. You cursed me. You wanted me broken. You turned the spirits against me." Her voice cracks like dry wood. "You wanted me to suffer like you." Mama Tenda stands without fear. "I did not curse you. You swallowed fire thinking it was honey. You danced in someone's tears and called it a game. Now the ground is wet beneath your feet." Mz Jabari raises his staff. "Enough," says the elder. "Let truth speak." The staff strikes the dust. The circle widens. The space grows heavy. Even the dogs stop barking. The truth drum begins to beat. Boom, boom, boom. Only the liar will tremble. Only the guilty will shake. The drum waits for words. Zuri tries to lie and starts to shake. "I never mocked her." The crowd leans forward. The drum thunders. Her fingers twitch. Her arms tremble. Her eyes widen. Her knees buck. Lie is caught. Okay, I lied. I took her man. I laughed when she cried. I thought I had one. Gasps fill the air. Shame flows like rain. Hands cover mouths. Eyes drop to the dust. Even the young girls frown. Mothers clutch, daughters. The square breathes in one sound. Shame. Bwana Kofi steps forward slowly. "She didn't take me with love. She used charms. But I was leaving her anyway. I had already packed my heart." The crowd murmurs. The truth turns everything. He never belonged to her. She fought for dust. She built a house on a broken drum. She wore victory like a stolen cloth. Zuri's eyes rolled back. She falls. No one moves to catch her. She drops hard. Dust leaps around her body. The market stays silent. Only the drum speaks once, more than stops. Zuri walks barefoot to the widow's compound. The wraps are gone. The beads are gone. Only her bare feet remain. "You will serve where mouths have no pride. You will work where voices are low. You will stay where beauty does not rule." She washes clothes in silence for 30 days. Water bites her fingers. The fabric fights her arms. She scrubs without sound. Soap, rinse, squeeze again. The widows watch. No laughter. No help. No mercy. Just eyes like stones. The widows give lessons with their eyes. The young woman bends. The old ones blink. No one scolds. No one teaches. No one forgives. "We too once thought we knew everything," says one, finally. And then nothing more. Bwana Kofi stands outside his door. He stands with lowered eyes. One knock. Two knocks. The door creaks. A face appears. It does not smile. "You may sleep here, but my trust sleeps elsewhere." A mat is placed far from the fire. "Eat, rest, speak when spoken to. That is all." Nothing else is given. Not the heart, not the trust, not again. The village learns without words. No one mocks wives, not in song, not in whisper. Girls pass, married men like shadows, quick, quiet, gone. Even the drummers stop teasing with their beats. Now the rhythm walks with caution. Zuri returns. After her 30 days, no bangles, no braids, no red. She walks with silence. She walks with truth. She does not flinch under stares. She teaches young girls by telling her story. Pride smells sweet at first, she says, but it turns to smoke in your nose. Love taken by force rots in your hands. Fire feels good until it climbs your skin. She speaks, and they listen. This time, they listen. In Mbale, respect walks louder than beauty. They still say, if you mock a burning woman, be ready to wear her ashes, because beauty fades, because charm cracks. But a wife who holds her storm, she teaches the wind to kneel. In Mbale, fire still has a name. They don't call her Mama Tenda for nothing. That's what the old men say when the rain falls heavy. That woman made thunder sit down. She cooked silence and served it cold. Even the wind knows her footsteps now. She fought without a spear and still won. No yelling, no scratching, no wild chasing in the night. Only 3 cowrie shells. Only a whisper to the spirits. She took beauty into battle, but it was wisdom that won. Pain that travels always finds a new home. The griots gather the children near the fire. If you don't heal your hurt, they say, it will wear your legs like shoes. It will walk into another's door. And that door may belong to someone you love. Laugh at a woman's tears. Watch yours come faster. The women speak while pounding yam. No one jokes about heartbreak now. When you laugh at a tear, one says, you bend the sky toward your own crying. Mocking is just borrowing. Sorrow. Justice doesn't shout, it steps soft and sure. The drum doesn't need to scream to be heard, says Mz Jabari. Justice walks like a goat, but leaves lion tracks. The loud ones fall, the quiet ones finish. Even truth has its own feet. What Zuri took, she had to live. She wanted her husband. She got her heartbreak. She wanted her perfume. She got her stench. She wanted her place. She got her pain. She wore the woman's name, but not the woman's strength. The wise woman lit a fire. No one could see, no smoke, no ashes, only heat that wrapped around Zuri's pride. It boiled the honey off her tongue. It turned her mirrors into warnings, and no one could find a matchstick. The tale still teaches, even to the youngest, before you steal another woman's smile. The mothers say, ask what made it crack. Don't touch her earrings until you carry her silence. Don't wear her joy if you fear her pain, because beauty borrowed without honor becomes shame returned with interest. Last words from the storyteller's mouth. The fire that cooks, he says, holding the children still, can also burn, but the woman who knows when to light it never gets eaten by smoke.